Why do we ring bells in churches? The strange origins. Church bells are one of the most familiar sounds in history. Chiming across towns and villages, calling people to prayer, marking celebrations, or signaling emergencies. But have you ever wondered why humans started ringing bells in churches in the first place? Bells weren't invented just to sound beautiful. They had a very practical and sometimes mystical purpose. The earliest church bells date back to the 5th and 6th centuries in Europe. Initially, they weren't large towers of bronze swinging in the wind. They were small handheld or fixed bells used by monasteries. Monks rang them to signal prayer times, essentially acting as a medieval alarm clock, helping people keep track of their daily religious rituals. But there's more to the story. In those early days, bells were believed to have magical and protective powers. People thought the ringing of bells could ward off evil spirits, storms, and even disease. In a time before scientific understanding, sound was seen as a powerful force that could influence the spiritual and natural world. Communities would ring bells during thunderstorms, outbreaks of plague, or other crises, believing their sound would protect them. Over time, the role of church bells expanded. During the Middle Ages, towns didn't have clocks, so church bells became the primary way to mark time for everyone.
Wow.
Their sound dictated daily life, signaling everything from the start of markets to the opening of city gates. Church bells also carried social and political messages. A sudden ringing could warn of fires, invasions, or important announcements. Each bell had its own tone and pattern, creating a unique language that townspeople could interpret. By the 15th and 16th centuries, the art of bell-making had become highly specialized, and massive bells were cast to adorn church towers, their deep tones carrying for miles. Bells became symbols of power, community, and spiritual presence. Even today, when you hear the peal of a church bell, you're experiencing a centuries-old tradition that blends practical communication, spiritual ritual, and cultural identity. The next time you hear a bell ringing from a church tower, remember, its history isn't just about music. It's about protecting communities, marking sacred time, and connecting people across generations. Church bells began as small, mystical signals from monks and evolved into monumental instruments that shaped how societies functioned, communicated, and celebrated life. And now you know that behind every ring is a story of faith, fear, and the incredible ingenuity of our ancestors. If you enjoyed this fascinating journey into the history of church bells, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Flashback Facts for more mind-blowing stories from the past.